YouTube, here I am again with an interesting piece. The JR4063. This is the Citizen Yacht timer, not Yacht Master, Yacht timer. This is a watch that has replaced the discontinued Sailhawk model. It does look very similar. I guess what they've changed is the casing color and so on. The Sailhawk, as you can still find on the web, has some very striking colors in orange, in blue. This is a rose gold or a champagne version. Obviously it is a sailing watch with a sailing theme, and has a lot of functions. It's a digital analog watch, which has both a digital and analog function on the face. So it's actually a very unique, almost watch, I would say. Not that many models out there. Of course, the target group is not that big, and it is appealing in terms of the color combination. I find the green, the red, color splashes in there, plus this golden plating. I would say it's some kind of ion plating. It's of course not gold, but it's gold color. The size is 44 millimeters across. It's not a huge watch. It is certainly some kind of a tool watch, so it does have a certain wrist presence. It's a eco drive system, so we have an interesting feature about this is, of course, it will recharge with artificial light, with sunlight. It will charge a lithium battery inside the watch, and requires no maintenance for a long time, no battery exchange. And interestingly enough, it also has this power saving mode. So according to the manual, this watch can go up to 4 years without any charging. So that is, I think, quite amazing. Of course, if you use it, if it's in the daily use mode, the power reserve will be somewhere up to 6 months. It has an indicator when it has a low power. I think there's some kind of a beeping, same as the other eco drives. They will warn you that the charge is below the recommended level. Interesting thing is the bezel. So this is an aluminium insert bezel, and what it has, it does not have any clicks, so it's bidirectional. And as you can see, the numbers on the bezel indicate degrees, not minutes, as you would have in a normal diver. Even though this watch has a 20 bar water resistance rating, which would be 200 meters, and it's a water sports watch, but maybe not recommended to really go diving, because these are not screw down pushers, screw down crown. It's all just the normal pusher. I'm not sure how they seal it with some kind of a rubber seal, but I wouldn't recommend to try to dive with this. So it's just more for surface water sports. I guess a 20 bar maybe indicates also some high impact water sports, maybe jet skiing or water skiing maybe. But I mean that catches you first. If you're used to dive watches, you'll always have a click, so it's completely silent, not a sound, and you can move it in both directions, which means, of course, also that it can be moved. Even though you do a setting, during use it will be moved. I guess in this case we're not talking about a life-threatening situation like during a dive. That is why it's not limited as it is with the dive watches, unidirectional. It has a good feel to it, very smooth, and there is some resistance, so it's not completely loose. We have a nice coined edge, easy to grab, easy to turn. That works pretty well. And talking about the functions, this watch has, of course, a lot of functions due to the digital system in there. We have alarms. We have dual time zones, 30 cities that can be programmed. We have the day, the date, month, as is indicated currently there. Interesting here is if you want to change the mode, you can see this near the Eco Drive. You have a circle with some naming and this kind of hands inside that little dial. So you can actually move that by turning this, and then you will go into a separate mode. So this is quite interesting. This is basically the regatta mode, where once you start it, let's see, where's the starting point? There you go. So this is a countdown for an analog watch, quite interesting. Seconds hand moves backwards, so this is a 5-minute countdown. This can do up to a 99-minute countdown. 5 minute would be the normal. 5 minutes sounding at a regatta at the starting line, where you have the boats, let's say, fighting for the best position to cross the starting line. After this 5 minute, usually there's a horn signal. So that's an interesting function. We probably don't need it that often, but there you go, you reset that. We have a chronograph, so the typical chronograph function that we have here. We have timer, which is this, I think this 99-minute countdown. Currently it's at 15 minutes, can be changed to 99 minutes. We have 2 alarms. Then we have this set mode to set it. And then we just have a time mode. So I like to keep it on this calendar mode, where I can see the day, the date, and even the weekday will be displayed here. Interesting for these watches is, where is this photoelectric cell that actually captures the light? It's not quite clear. Is it the dial itself? It doesn't have a really striking color. It's really quite subdued. Not like maybe some special dials where you have a sunburst effect or something. This is really just black. Blackish brown, I would say, the catching parts are the skull color and the green and red color splashes that we have there. So as this is a sailing watch, it has a function where you can basically use this little triangle at the top and at the bottom to measure your course, or to stay on course. You align it with the wind before you start your sailing leg, and then you basically use these indicators here to stay on course. Not sure. I mean, for everyone who's done sailing, you're usually not sure whether you would really use this. It's an interesting function, but I think most sailors, they would rely on their eye and basically watching the sail, watching the wind direction. In actual fact, not probably you wouldn't navigate according to this, but anyway, it's an interesting feature. It's a busy dial, as you can see. It is. There's a lot of stuff going on there. We have on the left-hand side, the little dial is a 24-hour analog dial. Then we have this 60-minute on the right-hand side. We have 2 digital displays at the bottom, which actually could be a little bit stronger in terms of the LCD contrast. They are pretty fine, pretty difficult to see under certain light conditions. That could be a little bit more crisp. The watch has this silicone strap, polyurethane strap, as known on the other Promaster series. We have the Promaster logo, the Promaster writing here. We have a Citizen buckle in the same champagne golden color as the watch case. We have this Eco Drive logo, Citizen, as you can find in all the Eco Drives. Not really my favorite, honestly. I prefer some kind of a marine related laser marking there, but okay, this is the Eco Drive. It's standard across all the watches. It has a mineral glass, so it's not a sapphire crystal. We're talking just about a normal mineral glass here. And yeah, what is nice is this Promaster logo on the crown, not the screw down crown. It's not screwed down, even though it has a nice knurling. So if you want to adjust, you just pull it out, it pops out, and then you can adjust the time, etc. Okay, that more or less covers this watch, the Yacht timer, which is a nice everyday watch to wear. It doesn't have too much bling, but it has this nice, really subdued golden color. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Peace out. Bye.